Grand Rising Kings and Queens. This is Tamika with Enhanced Holistically Tarot and Life Advice. How are you all doing this fine day? It happens to be at the end of the day for me. Normally, I record my videos at the beginning of the day or the midday, but today I have time at the end of the day. Okay, so I said I was going to go ahead and come up here and greet my sisters and my brothers and my awakened people and give them something that maybe they've been looking for or yearning for. And on top of that, the whole time I thought that the video was recording, it was not. So I said, okay, no problem. I was it. Luckily, I hadn't got all the way through a reading before I realized that. But nevertheless, we are here together. For those of you that are tuning in for the very first time, my name is Tamika. I do not read for a specific astrological sign or a specific day or time or month. I'm not led to do so. I'm truly just reading and picking up the energies of maybe who all might be watching right now and viewing. Time is for me, I'm not led to do those type of readings just yet, but I guarantee you that something is going to be said. Some nuggets are going to be shared that is going to keep you on your highest path, guide you in your highest vibration, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and get started with the law of attraction card. I'm going to try to keep this as minimal as possible. If you're anything like me, you don't have all day to watch videos, but then again, I do watch quite a few of them in my car during my commute. So nevertheless, I know all you beautiful people have things that you got to do. So we're just going to jump right into it. The law of attraction card is communication. I effectively communicate and clarify my needs in order to achieve my goals. You need to communicate to the universe, to your God, to angels, to your ancestors, exactly what it is that you're seeking for, the guidance that you're seeking for, some things that you want to come and manifest into your time space reality. However, let's keep in mind that we are to not be rigid about how we get to our outcomes. Many a times we feel like as though if the path is not paved the way that we planned it, that it will not manifest, and that's simply not true. And then you get into split type of energies because you start doubting whether it will come true because simply it hasn't shown up in the way that you see it. A lot of us miss our blessings like that. How many times have you not given someone a time of day because of the way, whatever the case may be, whatever the angst that you have, whatever the criteria that you have, they don't fit your criteria, and then you give that person a chance and they're the best thing that you ever had in your life, honey. It happens to so many of us. Discernment. Okay. You are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. Oh yes. Love from fear, truth from illusion. That's the gospel right there. That is definitely something that we all, I feel like at some point in time, we struggle to find that place of serenity. Okay, we feel as though if you surrender, it feels like you've given up. It feels like you've thrown in the towel. You're just willing. You're not willing to expend energy on something that's not serving you any longer. So that's why I feel like that fear and that love, you have to kind of like distinguish the truth from the illusion. So many people have told themselves or taught themselves or looked at an illusion for so long that when they finally see the truth, they cannot distinguish it. And isn't that a tumultuous thing to go through? The Mike Archangel Michael says, take your time making this decision. Some of you might be in on the quest of making a decision or having to make a decision or having plenty options to go with, and you have to make a decision soon, but you're kind of procrastinating. I wouldn't be surprised, having said that the Seven of Cups come out for some of you, but we'll see. But it says, Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach the situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. And is that what we just finished talking about? Not being so rigid about how things unfold, but just letting them unfold naturally. Because I guarantee you that the universe can do it a lot better than we can. Some things we can't see coming apart, coming up. Okay, so this might be relationship situations or some type of partnership that these communication, discernment, and taking your time making a decision. Maybe. Partnership. Allow helpful, supportive partnership into your personal life and career. Both parties benefit as a result. You are receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. Okay, that is very that's good because it goes back to you feeling as though things are not happening as quick and as fast as they should. But you got to realize in the grand scheme of things, sometimes we only have a bird's eye view of the manifestation that we see before us. And it's not all the pieces to the puzzle. So it's important that we leave the universe just be in the receptive mode of being very keen. If I have to stop this video temporarily, I will resume it, I promise you. So we have balance here that's just come out. Okay, in everything we have to have balance because if you're off balance, you can find yourself getting into all kinds of stress. You can find yourself feeling it in your body. You can find yourself being very confused, whatever the case may be. So we want to make sure that whatever the decisions are, that make sure you're weighing the pros and cons. Make sure that you're not exerting more than you have already kind of reserved. Okay. Then we have forgiveness. I'm starting to feel this might be a relationship type reading. And then we have surrender and release. That goes right along with discernment to me because like I said, you want to make sure that you don't feel like you don't want to get into the place of feeling like, oh, I'm just surrendering to this person or surrendering and giving up to the situation. That cannot always be the case. Sometimes you just have to release the situation to let it be what it is, and then you can deal with the facts instead of you manipulating all of the ingredients in the pie. Okay, okay. Children, okay. Some of you, I think we had something about that was before the video didn't start and had to do it again. Some of you might be really concerned or about your children, or some of you might be contemplating having children, or something. Some of you might be having a situation that involves children. And then either way, I feel as though you still are to release and surrender, not your power to take care of the children. Let's not get that twisted. But whatever is going on with them, just trust that the angels, God, the universe, your ancestors are putting the best intention out for you. And then we have friendship here. I meant to only do 4, but I did 5. It's cool. Okay, let's see. So going into the next portion, keep the faith. Keep the faith is what came out. Some of you might be in a valley decision and you feel very topsy-turvy about the outcomes of a situation. Spiritual growth is here. Sorry. This is what we have so far. Spiritual growth is always going to guide us to the answers that we seek. Okay, whoever it is that you believe in, your higher power, they're always going to guide you to the answer that you seek. Some of you are to be volunteering in this time. It's getting warm outside. A lot of outdoors. A lot of organizations are maybe asking for volunteers, and volunteering just makes you feel good in general. Makes you feel like you had a sense of accomplishment. Not all the time are we to do things for monetary gain. Sometimes we just need to do it for the love of it. One more card. Thank you. Retirement. And some of you have retired. I'm going to go ahead and make this balanced here. Speaking of balance, I'm going to do one more card. Some of you are retiring. It's time to enjoy life. And some of you are contemplating retirement. And some of you may be needing to do some volunteering because you simply have nothing else to do all day. Hey, love. I'm doing a reading, so. Emotions. I think about that song. Emotions make you cry sometimes. Say hi to the people.
What's going on?
Yes, I'm recording right now. What you doing right now? What are you doing? Okay. Well, moving right along. So, like I said before, sometimes we might need to get out there and just volunteer in our community and not do it for the monetary gain, but just do it for the gain of just helping other people, whatever that is for you. So, getting into it, some of you are on a break of a new beginning, whether it be in love and heightened intuition. We did have a spiritual growth card right here in the oracle. This is the Holy Grail. This is the universe, God, your angels, and ancestors, pretty much letting you know that this is a whole new beginning. Your cup is going to overflow. But let's go ahead and get to the rest of the reading to kind of see how this all ties in together. Some of you may be starting a new relationship, a new partnership, could be possibly, and anything new. We want to make sure, like the card said in the love attraction, you want to distinguish that fear. You want to distinguish the love from fear and truth from the illusion. So just be, I told you the Seven of Cups was going to come out. I sure did. Because I felt like there were some decisions to be made. And I said I wouldn't be surprised if the Seven of Cups came out. And here it is with the Ace of Cups here. So with this new beginning, some of you have a lot of different alternatives, a lot of different options that you are really contemplating, and you might be in a place of stagnation because you don't want to make the wrong decision. But just know, like I said, with the spiritual growth here and then keeping the faith here in the oracle, and the balance most of all, and the surrender and the release. I mean, all of them are taken into consideration. But at times we just have to step out on faith and make the decision that we feel our higher self is telling us to make, and knowing and trusting in that, okay? And we don't want to have fear in making that decision. Now, granted, we are human. We all have a level of apprehension when we're making a new decision, especially if it involves something very serious in our life. Okay, it's not like which pair of shoes you're gonna be wearing. It's more or less something something that can become catastrophic, or you, if you look at it like that, your perception. And here we go, throwing cards on the floor. Okay, the Five of Cups. So some of you may be feeling a loss right now. You might be feeling very, very regretful about something right now. You see the cups here are on the ground, but then he has two in his hand. So you do have the chance to move forward in the situation. And like I said, you don't want to stay in a situation so long that you become stagnant. I don't know yet if this may be pertaining to a relationship or what it's pertaining to. We're going to look at the rest of the reading, and of course, we're going to do some clarifiers. But just looking at the fact that these are all cups, this very well might deal with a relationship right now. You might have had a new beginning with someone, or a situation that happened. You have a lot of options here, and then having to make a specific choice, you might be left with a feeling of regret. Okay, that could be the case. But whatever this is, you want to make sure that if it's not healthy, I could tell you this is one of those nuggets that I say that we give. If it's not healthy, you want to leave the situation anyway. Yeah, it's going to hurt, but you want to do ultimately what's for your greatest good. And if it's not serving you any longer, it's probably time to leave it. Okay, there's hope at the end of it all. So just making sure that you are using that discernment that we talked about before. That's relevant, right? Again, you are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from the illusion. Very, 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 very. Oh, here's another one. The Archangel Michael card, just bringing that back up, taking time to make this decision. Take the time to make this decision, knowing that the decision that you make sure that it's for your highest good. And then, like I said, some of you are moving away from a situation. As you can see here, these people have everything in their boat, okay? You might have to be picking up and starting a fresh start for you. But you're moving towards calmer waters, okay? You're moving away from whatever toxicity you might have been facing before. You're forgiving. Okay, yep, that's what this is. This is dealing with relationships here, or partnership. You're forgiving the situation, or your, at least your angels, your guides are telling you to forgive the situation and kind of just be ready to move forward. You might be regretful for a time. However, this is a new beginning, okay? This Ace of Cups here might have been the decision that you have to make, this new beginning, and then you have the choices there, and then you have the Five of Cups. You might be going through a little bit of a heartache there, but it's time to move on with the Six of Swords. It's time to have clear communication about what it is that you want, okay? So that is what I'm feeling and picking up right now. I feel as though with the emotions here, it may be that you are having some mixed emotions about a situation. Maybe children may be involved in the situation. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have? Spirit guide, angels, ancestors. What else do we have for the collective? What is the advice? Let's see what the rest of the story is. Yeah. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is related to money, but as it relates to the rest of the reading here, after you get to the other side of whatever this hardship, this trouble is, or that you've had here in this regret phase that you might be going through, and after you decide to move away, here is when you are really going to reset yourself. If you can see here, she's holding this pentacle. She's really kind of contemplating where her next move is going to be. Okay, but the fact that it's the queen lets me know that you're very much into it. You are very much in tune with the way that you're feeling right now, but you know that there is time. It's time to move forward. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, moving swiftly to the next goal, not to the next relationship, but the next thing. What is it that this relationship might have depleted you from, or this partnership, or whatever the case may be? It doesn't always have to be an intimate relationship. It could also be something in your family. Going back to these choices again, okay, you are sitting with this newfound isolation, I guess you could say, this newfound, uh, this is just a new chapter in your life. I'll say that. You're sitting with this new chapter, it's moving swiftly, and yet still you have to make more choices and find a balance in the situation here. Hmm. And hopefully this is really helping some of you. But I can tell you that whatever this situation is, that is calling for forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for the person, whether it be a family member, a lover, or whatever the case may be. The devil card has shown up. So this might be feeling like you're in some type of bondage, like you can't move from the situation. But I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can move from the situation. Sometimes, I listen to this collective consciousness seminar sometimes, and it says sometimes we're so free that we can choose bondage. And with the Two of Pentacles here and the Devil card here, it makes me feel like you would almost go back to a toxic situation. You don't really have to go back there. You might be contemplating it, but you don't have to go back to that situation, whatever the case may be. The Ace of Wands. Here is truly, again, the Ace of Cups was at the beginning of the reading. Here's the Ace of Wands. Here it is letting you know again, you don't have to go back there. Okay, you don't want to be like we say in the dog that returns back to his vomit. If that situation was toxic, which I'm really feeling like it was, you don't have to go back and forth in your thoughts and emotions. And I know it's hard, people. Like I've had heartache and heartbreak before. I totally know it's hard. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, am I making myself sick? Is this relationship plentiful for me? Is it feeding me? Is it making me go to the next level? Am I contributing to them in some way that is greater than, what they can give them? You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't want to go back and forth on toxic situations. And I know it's hard. And sometimes we get real comfortable in mess. We just get comfortable in mess, and we don't have to. We have a choice in everything that we do. So the Ace of Wands here, I feel like Spirit is saying this is a brand new beginning. I'm giving you a brand new stick. It hasn't even turned into a tree yet, okay? Wands are also associated with creativity and strategies, projects, or whatever the case may be. But as it relates to the rest of this reading, I feel like Spirit is saying, listen, yet again, you keep going back and forth. You keep having your split decisions, but here it is again. I'm giving it to you. Okay, here we are with the Four of Swords. You may just need to take a rest from all of the foolishness. You might have to withdraw. And I'm going to just say this out loud. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hermit card came. Oh, no, the Four of Cups came out. I wouldn't be surprised if the Hermit card came out. But let's see. The Four of Swords is that you just need to take a break, okay, from all of the foolishness that surrounds you, all of the distractions. You just need to take a break from all of the madness. Okay, cards are flying out. What's up? Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, Spirit. What's up? Now you got to take a time to take a beat. Now you got to get yourself together. You might need to take some time to yourself. You might need to go on a slight vacation. Now the Fool card wrapped up in the rest of these cards, but this is the only one that turned up face up. You see, the Fool card is the number 0. We're going back to the drawing board here. This person is taking a leap of faith because I feel as though with this back and forth energy that is this right here that I see and feel, you may be going back and forth, but again, it's time to take a leap of faith and know that you can survive without this toxic situation that you have really been putting yourself in. All right, I'm gonna draw one more card and then we're gonna get into some clarifiers and we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. We bow at 20 minutes now. Justice. You see how she has the beam there, the balance beam. I feel as though this is saying do what's in favor for yourself. Rule in favor of yourself in this situation, knowing let's count the cost here. Not cost monetarily wise. I'm talking about count the sleepless nights, count the days of crying, count the days of arguing back and forth. Is that fruitful? Is that productive? No, it's not. It's not fruitful or productive. Now, I'm not going to clarify every card here, but what I am going to clarify is the 7 of Cups. I'm going to clarify the cards that I just feel like we need a little bit more clarity on. Okay? One more shuffle. One more shuffle. Yeah. Okay. Let's clarify the 7 of Cups, please. What do we have? The 7 of Cups. Remembering decision. Too many cards. The decision that needs to be made. I saw the Strength card come out. I would venture to say the Spirit is saying they have strength in making whatever the decision. It's going to take some strength to come out. It's going to take some strength to get out of a toxic situation, especially if you've been in it. The longer you stay in it, the harder it is to leave the situation behind because that has become your norm. The 8 of Pentacles. This is saying work on yourself, okay? Pentacles in a natural sense talks about material things, real estate, things in your natural environment. But as it relates to this reading, I feel like this is saying work on yourself, okay? Over the 7 of Cups. Over all these options, choose yourself to work on, okay? Learn more about yourself. Sometimes when you get in relationships, especially if they're toxic, you kind of lose yourself. In a fruitful relationship, you don't have to lose yourself to become whatever the other person. It's good to just know yourself, accept the other person for who he or she is. The Devil card came right back up. This back and forth, like I said, you need to choose yourself. The Devil card came up before. So it's saying choose yourself, okay? Don't go back and forth with this energy of turmoil. You don't have to do that. Let me see. What else we want to clarify? Let's clarify this 5 of Cups here. The 5 of Cups, Spirit. The 5 of Cups is the regret card. The card that you're crying over spilled milk. You're crying over something that you feel is lost or something that's changed. The 3 of Pentacles. So with this loss, you may feel like you need to go and speak to someone. You might need to confide in a personal friend. Someone is going to give you some healthy advice, though. Not the people that's going to continue like, oh, so no. You need to go see somebody professionally, possibly, or confide in a friend that's going to help you get through this period of sadness. The last thing you want to do is draw yourself in a state of depression. What else? Let's clarify this 2 of Pentacles here. What is this 2 of Pentacles? We all have choices, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Cups came out. I feel like we sure are to take that. With all these choices that you have right on the 2 of Pentacles, which I said choices, you're trying to balance everything. You have the 7 of Cups here again. Okay, and then you have the Five of Wands, which represents some type of conflict. I can do no more than tell you that you have to do what's in the best interest for yourself. What is this Four of Swords here for? The Four of Swords is you needing to really be replenished, take a break, go on a retreat somewhere far, and just get to know yourself, get to know what it is that you want. Too many cards. Okay. And some of us are afraid of being alone for whatever reason. Wow, the Ace of Cups came out again. Okay, so again, I feel as though when you get a chance to regroup yourself, this Ace of Cup is going to be here waiting on you. This is a healing that is going to be an outpouring of a healing and a new beginning for you. Okay, and then we have the King of Wands here. We had the Oh, I thought we had the Queen of Wands, but it was the Queen of Pentacles. But the King of Wands now is ready to get back on its throne. You're ready to assume the position of your own life. You're ready to really forge out, take charge of your happiness, take charge of your joy and your peace, honey. It is time. What is the Justice card? Clarify the Justice card. We are almost done. And I feel like this has been a very clear cut reading. I feel like there's been nudges from spirit that you do not have to stay in a situation that is toxic any longer. You are gently supported. You have the resources, okay? With the Pentacles, also, it could be talking about the resources that you need to kind of get out of the situation. But I really feel like right now you need to sit with yourself and evaluate things and move towards higher ground and let your intuition guide you towards that. This person has seven cups here. One, two, three, four, five, six, well, eight cups, excuse me. One of them in a place that seems like it's missing. It's time to go. Time to go. Let's see here. Let me do one of these cards and then we're going to get out of here. But yeah, for those of you that might be in this type of situation, do what's best for you. Like, really, we're not talking about no cutthroat type shit. We're talking about overcoming some things. Obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. But here's the thing, this is conditioned on what you decide to do for yourself. Because after it's all said and done, the decision is yours. It is totally yours. No one can make you do anything that you don't want to do. No one can make you stay. Don't allow anyone to guilt you. I feel very strongly to say that. Don't allow people to guilt you into a situation that is not healthy for you. Okay, so there it is, people. I hope that you have enjoyed the reading. I really pray, as it relates to this reading, that you are making the choices and the decisions that are going to lead you to your highest good and have you on your highest path during your journey of what we call life. Okay, all of us go through the hardships of life. All of us go through heartache and headache and heartbreak. But there, you live to have another day here. You had some major arcanas here that kind of like lets you know that the tables can turn, but it's going to be all up to you to be in the receptive mode of how they turn. Don't be so rigid about how you come to a conclusion or a resolution about the situation that you're currently in. Again, I wish you all well, Godspeed. I look forward to hearing you. If you're just tuning in, if you could leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this reading has resonated with you. Continue to like, subscribe, and share this video because I truly feel like things are being said and shared here. I can't speak for anybody else's channel, and I know there's a lot of beautiful channels out there. But as it relates to the messages that you resonate with me, and I really appreciate you being here. Again, this is Enhanced Holistically Tarot and Life Advice, and I will see you soon. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Peace and love.